Hi guys, it's Wolverine here, guys. I hope you guys doing okay. It is Saturday night here. It's around about 9:10 here, and I just want to say that in regards to Holly's video, I think she's spot on. I think, and probably we might have to wait actually till when Trump gets back in power. We do have to wait those adjudicated funds actually to be paid, and the CMX and the Indian funds, and so hopefully they'll get paid soon. And obviously the most important one is the USD actually, in order for the new US dollar actually to be converted. So I think that needs to come through as well. In terms of humanitarian approaches, she's spot on as well. There is no need to get humanitarian approaches if you don't want to. Obviously, it's good if you do have one, because then you know it's a guideline for you for your humanitarian project to see how is it going, how is it feasible at all actually according to what you're going to receive and all that sort of thing. So in my personal opinion, it's good to have one, right? But it's not necessary actually to have one. Okay? At first, we were told that you need to have a humanitarian project, but now things have changed. We don't need one. In terms of Redemption Center, I've been told actually that the Redemption Centers are based in America, right? I've been told actually that the most Redemption Centers are going to be banks, but at the end of the day, we'll find out the true details when we do have our appointments, and we'll get to see actually how all that falls out, and see what the real story of that particular scenario is. Now, I've been told that every week the major sources, and we've vetted actually these, and they all come with the same conclusion that we're going to get released this week, right? Again, now this week we've been told again that it looks like it's going to happen this week, right? And that's why I was excited, because I vetted that and I talked to many people, and we'll wait and see whether that's true or not. We'll wait and see whether that happens. I hope it's true. I really do hope so, right? Now, the private contracts, they do have appointments with the banks this coming week, and that is fact. That's true, right? So I'll wait and see for these people to get paid. And those three platforms that I told you about that were receiving some oxygen, remember that? Because that was coming through from the Latino community, right? And they even had events, right? And the owner actually made a statement that was very emotional, saying that they were able to give $30,000 out to these members, and nothing happened. Now, it was supposed to happen on Christmas, nothing. Then before New Year, nothing. Then they said the 7th, nothing. Now, I don't think these people actually do it on purpose, and they've been misinformed. I think they get emotional. I think probably they've been told actually by the banks or whatever, and that was going to come on a certain day, and nothing happened, right? And but these people need to shut their mouths and not say anything until they receive the money. Right? Not start saying that by tomorrow we'll be celebrating and get all emotional, because that is playing with people's feelings, and that is not on. I am quite pissed off about that, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that looked like a complete fool, right? And really, really annoyed about that, because at the end of the day, no one's been paid. No one, right? We're waiting for Iraq. Still nothing has happened. I don't believe actually everything TNT says, and I put that for you guys, and I hope these guys are right. I don't trust them. They're bloody Democrats, and the Democrats have destroyed destroyed the US. Look what's happening in the fires in LA, right? On purpose, actually, by these criminals, right? So anyway, I'm not having a go at TNT. I hope they're right, but again, I don't believe in their politics whatsoever. All right, guys, so that's all I got to tell you guys. And hopefully, and I pray to God that I hope Holly's wrong, because we all won this earlier. But we have to be realistic. I think that you're spot on actually what you're saying. All right, guys, look after yourself, guys. I'm not going to give out too much intel, guys, because I'm sick of it. sick of actually giving you guys something good and then nothing happens. I'm going to remain quiet, guys, until things start rolling, until I get a call, all right, from the top, not from a certain top bloke, right, saying the funds have been released, right? And I'll be on call and talking to a lot of people and saying, what are you hearing from Zurich? What are you hearing from Reno? What are you hearing from Brazil? Have the funds been released? So that's the way I work. I want to get a complete confirmation on this, right? A complete confirmation that the funds have been happening. All right. So that's all from Worthy, guys. Okay, relax. This is definitely coming. I've seen the contract, guys. Oh, guys, have I seen the contract? The amount of money that's involved in this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The videos I've seen, boxes of containers of bonds, and just unbelievable what I'm saying. All right, guys, look after yourself. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Certainly. Here's the text reproduced exactly as you provided. Total control of the QFS has been achieved. Trump is in total control. Trillions of dollars from the elite have been confiscated, and verification of DNA has been imposed. Transfers of quantum wealth have started, and redemption cards have been activated. The EBS is ready and secure, with the network operational. The final Phoenix operation is underway, marking a historical inflection point in the battle for the liberation of global finance. The redemption under Trump has solidified control over Nesara and enacted the dismantling of the corrupt financial system. December 2024 brought undeniable progress with the highest stakes ever seen. Nesara's lessons are the key to navigating the new world. It is not just about the distribution of wealth. It is a lifeline to prosper within the quantum financial system, QFS. Understanding these lessons is essential for engaging with redemption centers and accessing the required funds. These principles guide the dismantling of the deep state, guaranteeing transparency and empowerment. As the Phoenix operation intensifies, trillions of assets have been confiscated. By the end of December 2024, elite teams had confiscated more than $3 trillion in global assets. Major financial centers, including Singapore, Dubai, and New York, were targeted, dismantling the corrupt elite networks. These assets will be channeled into the redistribution of Nesara wealth. The Trump team has neutralized key agents of the banking cartel, marking the end of the Federal Reserve and the IMF. New quantum vaults are now activated, ensuring secure storage of reclaimed wealth through the quantum encryption of Starlink. These vaults guarantee a transparent and secure vision of Nesara's funds. Quantum cards, embedded with biometric pulse reading technology, ensure access is exclusive to the DNA of the individual linked to them. Starlink has expanded its coverage, emerging as a critical component in actualizing global updates. Since December 28, 2024, Starlink now covers 100% of the Earth's surface and transmits Nesara and EBS progress directly to the public, bypassing traditional media channels. The Trump team is preparing an announcement for 2025 regarding the transfer of wealth under Operation Sentinel. New deployments protect exchange centers with surveillance units that neutralize threats using quantum surveillance technology. Efforts by the deep state to interrupt exchanges have been thwarted by algorithms ensuring the secure deployment of funds. Nesara now includes biometric 2.0 ID verification based on DNA for participation in exchange centers, eliminating the risk of deep state impersonation. This step was introduced following the discovery of cloning operations by the deep state to guarantee the integrity of every appointment at redemption centers. Elite raids have been extended to secret networks, with Nesara teams assaulting underground bunkers in Antarctica, the Swiss Alps, and the Nevada desert. They discovered free energy devices and advanced tools, which will soon be liberated under Trump's vision for a self-sufficient world. The integration of Starlink and the EBS has been completed in preparation for the January 2025 event. During a planned 48-hour communication blackout, the truth about the old financial system will be revealed. This period will also mark the destruction of the elite and the activation of the QFS, heralding the beginning of the greatest wealth distribution in history. The revolution cannot be stopped today. In 2025, humanity is at the edge of the financial liberation, the QFS. Nesara and the redemption centers are weapons against financial oppression. The power of the elites is crumbling and nothing can stop what is coming. Align yourself with the QFS. The dawn of a new era is here. Let me know if you need any changes or further assistance.
Hi, it's Shane here. I just thought I'd be the bearer of some good news. I went into the bank today, into ASP. I had a feeling that I saw that ANZ and Westpac were the nominated wealth management banks in New Zealand, according to Mel from Mayhem Mel. Get it right, Shane. It must be the wine I'm having with dinner at the moment. But anyway, I just happened to say to the bank guy at ASB, "Oh, you guys aren't having wealth managers at your place, have you?" And he said, yeah, we've got wealth managers. And I said, "Oh, that's interesting. Have you..." I said to him, "So you know about the currency?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, we know about the currency." I said, "Oh, yeah, because I'll be looking." I said, "I didn't really want to have to move my bank, but seeing if you guys have got wealth managers and you're doing the currency, I could, stay with you guys." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "I've got a fair bit, so it could be worth a fair bit of money." And his eyes were lighting up, and I think he was a manager, or he sort of had a little bit of an accent, so he might have had a little bit of French about him. Not that I held that against him, but we were just chatting away there, and it's just his reaction. So he said, "Well, just let me know when you're ready to go, and get in touch with me, and I'll put you in touch with the wealth management team." So I just thought that I'd let you guys know that, we hear it on MarkZ and hear all those other ones when they talk about them and bank stories. Well, this is one from New Zealand. So hopefully, by the way MarkZ was talking, we could be going this weekend. I'm sort of feeling quite confident myself intuitively. So let's all hope we've got good news for the weekend, team. Have a good one, and we'll see what tomorrow and Sunday brings. Cheers.
Hey guys, just letting you know, med beds are ready. The beds are ready in every single country. I believe in Finland, and there's another country which I will think of. Oh my god. Anyway, I'll think of it and let you know. They just have one or two issues to sort out in regards to the legalities and the security. So those countries, you will be taken to the nearest country. So wherever you're closest to the border, you'll be taken to that place for your treatment. Those legalities and all will be cleaned up really, really quick. How quick, we don't know, but don't worry, you're going to get your treatment anyway. They'll work out passports. If you don't have passport, it'll be all taken care of, so do not worry. What else? Oh, yeah, I've also been told that they are about to open up applications for medbed training. How they're going to do that, I haven't found out yet. So remember, any kind of training that takes place in regards to medbeds or healing centres will be completely and totally free. But they are about to open up the registrations for training around the world. So how they're doing that, I don't know. Not yet, anyway. What else did I need to tell you guys? I think that's it. Just remember that the animal healing chambers will be available the same time as the med beds. Okay, so you don't need to wait for your pets. I think that's it. I think that's today's news. Yeah, so I believe that I'll be getting the details on training shortly, like in the next week, 2 weeks. And then I'll share them and deliver those details. Now, again, I believe it will not be through me. It's just I will be getting the details to share. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, but I'll have more information as it comes out. All right, so get yourself prepared. The spirit, remember, for training for medbeds, it's the spiritual that is more important than the medical. Okay? So it doesn't matter what kind of medical degrees you have, if any. Doesn't matter how long you've been a professor of surgery or an anaesthetist or GP or nurse or radiologist. Doesn't matter what experience you have. If you do not have the spiritual, you will not be accepted. The spiritual is 5D or very high 4D first. Okay, very high 4D first. And you need to be full 5D to actually work with the beds. Okay, the medical knowledge will come later if you don't have any. But it's the spiritual. The spiritual takes priority over the medical. Okay, so get your spiritual stuff going, and with or without medical knowledge, you'll stand in a good chance. Okay, just remember that they only take the best, and it's usually 1 out of 1,000 applicants that actually become medbed operators. All right, so it's not an easy course to do because it's the spiritual that you need more importantly than the medical. It's not just love and light, it's the real deal. Okay, so get yourself up to speed with the spiritual stuff, and then that'll put you ahead of most of the other applicants that have the medical but not the spiritual. Okay, without the spiritual, you will not even be invited. You will not be accepted. You won't get an interview without the spiritual. Okay, so get that going, and then when the applications do come out in a week or 2 weeks, something like that, then you'll be ready to go. All right. Okay. Have a great day.
Would kick in. Well, it doesn't matter. I was always told that whoever's president, they'll be removed. When Nesara kicks in, then there will be elections and military will be in charge for 120 days. That's what I was always told. We'll see what happens. Perhaps they've worked out something else. Let's dive into some of the lack of news this morning. Texas Artist, I don't know fully what it means. Texas Artist wants to know what the unconditional discharge means. So I am going to try to do some digging while Mr. C is on. Parliamentary integrity. The central bank failed to control the rise of the dollar, according to this one upset Parliament member Hadi al-Salami. I got a kick out of this one. It's kind of like the U.S. Like they failed to control the rate. They don't have an exchange rate. They've got all kinds of sanctions, and they did a heck of a good job considering what they were working with. Now, if you get a newer rate and you remove the sanctions, you wouldn't have the problem. But I love the way politicians just point fingers at each other instead of, getting to the problem of the solution, because it helps them get elected. You just have to find a disaffected portion of society and kiss their ass. And this is exactly what we are seeing. We're seeing an insurgent of that from the Maliki factions. Suddenly, they're not going to, it's not going to be successful, but they're certainly going to try. Using their heavy machinery, Basra Contractors Union threatens government with angry demonstrations and road blockages. They're threatening to bring their heavy equipment to Baghdad in a week or two and block the streets. And who is the person helping them organize these things? Yeah, I know it's going to be crazy. Maliki, the union decided to escalate its steps in the coming period, including participation in the demonstration. And Maliki, of course, I don't blame them. Doing best to inflame. I don't think anybody's going to bite. The government continues to put out the bank balances, the statements, where the money went. Maliki crew and one or two folks in an Erbil region, Kurdish region, trying to whip up public support or public discontent. Does not seem to be working, and then they're now in the midst of reforming the Kurdish regional government, the KRG. And HCL is supposed to be discussed on Sunday in Iraqi parliament, according to news sources there. Just a note, backing up to yesterday, the BP Kirkuk thing, that's really big news. Shutting of Kirkuk was enough to devastate the Iraqi economy. Getting it fully back up and running, including the refinery there, will pretty much remove Iraq's need to get refined petroleum products from anywhere and start exporting a portion. So that one is huge. Economically, that is one of the biggest bonuses we have seen for Iraq in the last probably 2 years. And we've seen a lot of really positive things. So that alone, I should have done a deeper dive. Unfortunately, we had another couple of researchers point out some of those things to me overnight, saying, hey, man, it's even bigger than you felt it was, and gave me some of that background. I was like, this is awesome. So I was very excited about that one. I've got an on-call for my wealth management folks that are supposed to help in redemption. I was hoping to find out that they're absolutely working, but they are just an on-call. And I've got silence out of my bond folks still right now. So scratching the head, hoping, Iraqi sources, I've got a couple of them that feel like this is it. They have contractors that they are in contact with that are suddenly being called in as well. I have one that I know very well that is already called in and won't tell me what a renegotiated rate was on contracts. Got another one that I'm just not certain I completely trust, telling me 391, but I don't know for certain. That's not somebody I know well. It's contact. Somebody said, here, you need to talk to this person.
Breaking news. Trump gets no jail time, fines or probation. Forwarded from Purple Heart on Telegram. The original inauguration date for President of the United States was March the 4th. The Kabul changed it to January 20th. When the Kabul changed it was a lot more difficult to stay warm in DC in January in the middle of the month. March is a much more pleasant time of the year in DC. The inauguration will not be on the 20th because they will be under the old bankrupt, corrupt corporate system. The election for the 47th president of the corporation, held November 5th, 2024, was under the old corrupt and now bankrupt US corporation system. Once Nesara and Jessop is announced, new elections will be held within 120 days. Trump will then become the 19th president of the republic. If they take any other path, it will be under the old system, which would make no sense because the old system is gone. This all lends credence to the possibility that DJT refuses to be sworn as the 47th president on the 20th of January 2025 and makes a huge announcement on the 19th at the rally in all places, the Kabul District of Columbia. So what I've heard from a little birdie, has context in the military, is that on the 19th, when Trump turns down the inauguration on the 20th, then the military will come forward. We'll just wait and see. Posted by Abu SNWE. Last edited 4:16 a.m. January 11th, 2025. None of you wanted to believe when I told you the Prime Minister and the Governor of CBI are both corrupted. Now all their corruption coming out to the surface. The Central Bank of Iraq kept smuggling dollars to Iran, and the Governor of CBI knew about it. And now since they are losing a lot of dollar reserve in the country, the dinar will go through inflation. Parliamentary integrity. The central bank failed to control the high dollars exchange. Tuesday, 11:52. Information, Baghdad. A member of the Parliamentary Integrity Committee, Hadi al-Salami, on Friday, the failure of the central bank to control the file of the dollar exchange rate rise. Al-Salami told the information agency that the Central Bank of Iraq failed to control the banks that controlled the dollar file, indicating that the tasks of the central bank are to control and supervise banks. He added that there are irregularities and the waste of public money up to millions of dollars per day, pointing out that the central bank failed to adjust the dollar exchange rate during the past months. He pointed out that the Parliamentary Integrity Committee referred the dollar exchange rate file to the judicial and regulatory authorities, stressing that the measures taken by the bank did not limit the rise that occurred in the local markets. Ended. This is what the RV is designed to help fix. I don't think the Prime Minister helped do this of his own free will. I think he was forced into it, and then he's going to have to resign. Trump has been helping the Iraqi people and the whole world for that matter. Abu, it is just a major cleaning operation, and no corrupt people will remain. Moonsoon, change is coming. Enjoy the show. Majid on X. 12:06 a.m. January 11th, 2025. Iran stole our wealth, killed our youth, looted our factories and our agricultural ports. Our lands were dried up, our currency was smuggled, drugs, hashish, and crystal meth were brought into the country. Alert, alert, alert. This is for the one defending the PM in Iraq. He's behind every corruption in the country. He could have not been PM in Iraq during the occupation of Iran if he did not swear to God to be fully loyal to Iran and give them what they want. He didn't do the banking reform and economic reform except after Trump shoved his legs into his mouth. Alert, alert. Stop worshipping the Prime Minister just for money. Stop acting like you know the Middle East more than Middle Easterns, especially when you come from different parts of the world where your media lied to you all day. Ariel, let's see what happens over the next few days. Majid, they will be taken down in a few days. They won't last there. The new government for Iraq is ready to take over with all the new ministers. Amar D. Majid, what's left in your opinion for IQD to RV and going to Forex? You've covered in detail everything else. I don't know what's left. Majid, everything is done, but the PM sounds like he doesn't want the RV to happen, just to keep hurting his people for the sake of making Iran happy. Tater 5500. I'd say something, but would probably get thrown in jail again. So I'll go with this. Praying for good to overcome the evil. This world needs to change for the better. Koa. What is the solution, Majid? Is there an active attempt to solve this problem? We believe you and understand that our media is dogshit. We rely on you and Abu, brothers, for the truth. We can understand if we know the truth. Thanks, bro. Majid, he gave a promise and he didn't deliver. I think that son of a bitch has to be out. Cool. I agree. He keeps acting like he is for the Iraqi people, but he cannot close the deal, which the people of Iraq have been waiting patiently for. Soudani is not bringing this to a close, only delaying what he said he would do. Maybe there is more to this, but it has not worked yet. Jeff. Trump and the White Hat military are in and have been in control of the entire world since the Trump World Tour in 2017. It's all been a show since then to show the people how bad these politicians are. It's no different this time around. I've said before, and Jeff continues, I'll say it again. I have a very close friend from the military. He's retired but still very involved. He said all of this out of Iraq is just a show, and that the RV will occur when the White Hat military and Trump decide to press the button. The PM, the CBI, aren't in control. The worldwide military that has freed our planet from the evil grips of the Cabal over the last 8 years is in control. The information we see is a show. Maloka, Ape. We are all very tired of this freaky show. Do you think it will be over next week when he competes? Jeff. The best I can tell you is this. Nobody knows. I know it's hard, but try to let go and just trust that God will deliver it. That's what we are being called to do right now. Heal. Then help others heal with the knowledge you learned from your own healing. Together we rise.